Hey guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, let me be the first to say, welcome to the dorkness. My name is Stevie, and I have been addicted to Nightingale for way too long at this point. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Cheese and I just completed our very first trip to the watch. So we are probably going to be starting to build our new and improved tier 3 excellent base. So before I tore everything down and rebuilt it back up, I wanted to do a little house tour for you guys and show you everything that I have built out from exploring tier 1 and tier 2 of the realms. Let's get into it. As you can see, we have Portal City up here. I am kind of using this Swamp Abeyance realm as like a base for most of the players in my community that I play with. So we have just decided to build like the most epic portal transit system here on my realm. Everyone has estate cards and they can come and go as they please to use the portals, because it is such a, it can be a heavy resource grind to build that many portals on every person's abeyance realm. So it's nice to just have this hub where we can all go, and when we're partied up and playing together, we just meet on my realm, pop into a portal and get on our way. I do have these organized, so let me show you this really quickly. I have it organized from level of difficulty. So we have the antiquarian portals, the astrolabes, the provisioners, and so I did this on accident, but it actually works out. Everything on this first level is T1 essence. And then if we go down a step, you get T2 essence on these realms. So we have the herbariums, the glooms, and the hunts. And then you'll also notice they're all lined up the same way too. So all the forests are down this aisle. You can see forest, that's a forest. These are all forests. All of these are swamps, swamp, gloom swamp, herbarium swamp, and then these are all deserts. So it's kind of nice to just at a glance know exactly what portal you need to get in to get where you need to be. So we're gonna do, obviously we're gonna be doing all of like the base realms on this side, and I'm working on, we haven't traveled to any of the ascended realms yet, but we're doing the same thing just mirrored over here for the ascended realms, so that we have literally a portal to every possible card combination for our questing purposes. So there's always a portal for where you need to go. Okay, so that's the outside. Let's go up here. And again, this was my very first starter base. So most of this building is still the crude, between the crude sticks and the stones. And I think I want to redo this, but I'm not sure. I might wait until I unlock the stave set, but we'll see. So if you go in here, we start off with, let's start off with my storage area. So I've got the utilitarian shelves, and you can see I kind of started to upgrade the storage here already. But what I do, as soon as I unlock the utilitarian shelf, I immediately build this like storage hub with the angling baskets and the utilitarian shelves. They're kind of a pain in the butt to get put together properly. So if you're gonna try and recreate this, I would recommend placing all of your blueprints for the angling basket before you put any materials in. Because I've noticed that when you go to place like the basket on the second shelf, if any basket around it is already built that is like clipped through the top of the shelf, it won't let you place the blueprint on the shelf itself. So place all, you can build the shelves themselves, but place all of your blueprints for the angling baskets before you put any grass in to finish the build. And I have them organized. So this shelf is all of my plant matter. So we have sticks, we have wood, we have processed lumber, and we have plant fiber. And then I usually do like the stones and ores on the middle shelf here. So we have a raw ore, raw gems, stone, and then just a basket of rocks. I used to process these into marbles to farm like the common essence, but I haven't really had a need to right now. So right now it's just literally a bag full of rocks. And then you can see where I started to upgrade like my meat or my animal shelf here. So I do like fish, hide, meat, and bones on this last shelf. And it's just kind of nice to have it organized this way. I'm going into detail in case you want to copy this, because it's really easy to just come in and know where everything goes and just dump all of your like base resources so that they're collected for when you need them later. And then what I typically will do once I unlock the weathered trunk is I'll put a couple of those around, just either like randomly next to the shelving or in specific workstation areas. So like I'll do this one for all of my like processed, like blacksmithing processed stuff. So this is where finished ingots will go, gears, hinges, stuff like that. This is stuff that's not as organized, but I know I'm going to need it when I'm in this area of like my workstations. And then same thing over here. I think because we have this lumber basket here, I think we actually made this for like guns. So this is all like bullets and gunpowder and just stuff that like we have stocked up right now. But then you can see over in like my tailoring corner, I have my sewing benches, my tanning bench. And then I have just like a random trunk here filled with all of my processed like sewing material. And then the same thing, I probably need to upgrade this to a larger basket soon, but my card crafting is over here by the Enchanter's Focus as well. So that I can do like my upgrades and craft my cards over here too. And then we've got the kitchen. The little makeshift kitchen, which I have another workbench over here because I was crafting I think I was making a fishing rod and I didn't have a room to connect and augment over to that workbench. So I just built another one here. It kind of fits the vibe, I think, too, because then this, like the chaparral trophy and the fishing trap are serving the stove and the workbench at the same time. So I'm getting those recipes unlocked in 2 stations with 1 augment. So yeah, I've got like a workbench here. We've got our table with like the vibes. I don't think these are connected to anything. I think these are here just because it's my little breakfast nook. I think it's nice to just sit here, have my tea in the morning, look out on my garden of portals. But anyway, so we have the kitchen area over here, which again, I started to upgrade my storage. These used to be angling baskets, but I have another shelf where I put all of my cooking augments to connect to my cooking workstation, which right now is still just the bonfire. I have the spit roast over it, and then we've got a couple of augments attached just to unlock some recipes. And I, of course, have my dump chest over here with random food products. Some of them are like actually cooked food recipes or ingredients. And then I am doing like seeds and spices, like my oil, my little spices, my salts, my seeds over here. And what did I put in here? Oh, potions. Because I figure it's a consumable. It might make more sense to put it like over by the magic area where I'm like brewing my potions. But right now, this is where I go to stock up on consumable items before I go out traveling. So it made sense for me to put my potions here. But I think once we start upgrading this entire base build, we'll probably end up with like a magic room with our alchemical boiler and our Enchanter's Focus. So the potions will probably end up living there. That's pretty much it. You can see for like the crafting stations here, I have like the blacksmith's hearth with all of my braziers and smelter. And then we've got like the stoneworking stuff over here with a few augments kind of like sprinkled in throughout just to unlock some recipes. And then my woodworking area over here with a simple workbench, my excellent workbench, and the saw table. I'm probably going to build this out a little bit bigger so that I have duplicates of some of the workstations so that I can have like one table just for cranking out lumber constantly and then another one for some of the higher tier materials I need to make. Because when I'm building, I hate that I have to sit there and wait for the lumber to craft, and then I have to start making the poles, or then I have to start crafting the beams. So I'm probably going to make this a little bit more sophisticated, and honestly, we'll probably move the sewing area and the kitchen to either a different structure, or maybe we'll put that on the top floor. I think this whole bottom area, I'm going to end up making just like blacksmithing, weapon making, and like wood processing. Okay, let's go upstairs. This is just like my little makeshift bedroom. It is very empty right now. I haven't really put too much love or attention up here yet. And that's okay because I'm probably going to redo this whole building anyways. I have my fairy ring, although I haven't really needed it. The only time I've ever like died and respawned on this realm is when I forget that I'm AFK and I end up starving to death. But it's kind of nice to have this here because that means I just spawn right back in, literally in my house. Yeah, what do I keep in here? Oh, all of like my infusions and charms that I haven't used yet, and my synchronous lotuses. Basically, I just dump stuff here that I don't want any of my community members to take. Not that I would mind, but some of these infusions, when you're earlier game, are kind of hard to come by since you don't have the crafting recipes for them yet. So I've been keeping that kind of locked up here. So just to kind of keep those away from all the general resources that people might come in and be sifting through. And then if we go out to the porch here, I can look over my beautiful portal garden. And I kind of wanted to do like a little rooftop garden vibe just for the aesthetic. So I put some planter boxes here. I'm sure you guys know that the planter boxes can be bugged. Like it basically just will decide if it's going to grow seeds or not. These seeds have been planted and watered for days, probably like a full week in game. No, a full week real time. I think I did these, like one of the first things I did when I unlocked the planter box was put these here, and they have never grown. So it's bugged. It's just random whether it's going to work or not. Hopefully the devs address that soon, but it is a known issue. So yeah, this is just the vibes. This is just some plants. I put like my little beehive box, and I think I'll be able to put plants or seeds in here eventually to decorate, but it's not working for me. I don't know. If you guys know why I can't put a seed in here, if there's something I did wrong, let me know in the comments, because I think I've done everything I should and I can't figure it out. But at least this is still serving as an augment to this workbench so that I can make some of the other watering cans when I unlock the recipe. So that's pretty much it. That is my starter base. This has carried me through honestly, this base has served me really well for all of the tier 1 and tier 2 realms. And I'm just now needing to like make more space and, you know, spread out a little bit more with some of the different crafting stations. So I really liked this base. Part of me wanted to keep it up as like a memorial to the beginning of the game, but I think that this location is just too good. Like I was trying to see if there was somewhere else I could just build another base that's kind of close to the portal garden, but I think I just need to redo this entire building. I think we'll make it nice. And speaking of redoing things and spreading out, let's go across the street here. You can see I kind of made like a path with the crude foundations so that people could just easily like walk up to this house. This is like my labor of love in this game. This is not going to function well at all. This is not about having the crafting stations be efficient or even functional. This is all about just the aesthetic, a place for, you know, my community to come over and just like hang out. I hope eventually we get the ability to sit in chairs for a little bit more immersion and like role play aspects to open up to us. But this is going to be my tavern, pub / inn. So let's go take a look. Also, as a side note, every tavern or inn has such a good punny name. If you have an idea on what I should name this pub or name this tavern, let me know. I think on our Minecraft server, when we had a dorkness Minecraft realm, we had a big like inn and tavern that everyone built together, and we called it the Choked Chicken. Which was a reference to the fact that like we went crazy with eggs and like spawned chickens everywhere in the realm. So it kind of became like a meme in our Minecraft server. But if you have any cool like Nightingale themed punny ideas for what I should name this tavern, let me know because I am all ears. Anyways, let's take a look. Again, I just started, so we don't have much going on in here. And it did take me quite a bit to get this house built out. But I really like the shape of it. I like that it's not just a square. We have like some variance with like the different levels of the house and the fact that it's not just a giant box. I think it looks really nice from the outside. Here, let me show you like the 360 view of the outside. These solar panel windows from the Tudor set look so good, and they give you such good like depth to your buildings. I don't know. I really think I popped off with the shape of this building. I am like notorious for just doing like a square. As you can see, my first base from far away literally just looks like a box just plopped on the ground. So I'm really proud of this build. Anyways, let's get inside. Okay, so we have our little like foyer walkway here, and then we've got a little coat rack right next to the exit. I have one table started, which I'm hoping we unlock more tables in the future, because this is just the simple wooden table 3 times in a row. I'm hoping we unlock some more like variants with like some of the furniture. But I've got one little table set up with some decor on the walls already. We've got Danu's cauldron here, which I think I'm going to put like shelving in this corner with a bunch of little tchotchkes and things to make it look like this is where like all of the potioning happens. All of like, I imagine that people will come in and this cauldron will be filled with like stewed mushrooms and like stewed beef and things, and people will just come up to the tavern, get a bowl of stew, grab their drink and sit down. So that's kind of the vibe that this cauldron was giving me. The Renaissance Fair in my area does that, where when you walk into the Renaissance Fair, there's a giant cauldron at one of the booths that's just filled with stewed mushrooms. And so like you literally just walk up and say what size you want, and they just like slop a scoop of stewed mushrooms into your bowl, and it is so good. And that's the vibe I'm trying to create here. Okay, and then you can see I kind of started to create like a bar vibe with the Art Nouveau tables. I kind of clipped them into each other so it would seem like one continuous like countertop. And I think it serves its purpose. And I do think that this countertop is beautiful and like absolutely fits the vibe I'm going for here. So I'm loving it. I don't know what to do about the tables. I would like to see stools rather than like backed chairs. But we'll see. I still haven't uncovered all of the furniture recipes, so I'm holding out hope that something will look perfect. And then that's pretty much it. I just have a table with some augments kind of set up. But I'm really enjoying the fact that you can really clutter up your builds for like the decor aspect. Even if it's not functional, all of these augments are so cute, and you can really build like a scene and tell a story here. Like I can't wait to get my friends here for everyone to just pick a chair to stand on while we're talking and, you know, shooting the shit and talking about our time in the realms. I can't wait to do it. And then of course, I think upstairs we're going to put a few beds. Maybe if I can figure out how to build smaller rooms up here, we'll make like a little inn so that people can get rest while they're visiting my realm. And I think with that concludes the tour. I'm going to continue working on this, and I'll probably give you guys another update in a couple of weeks when I've had more time to grind out materials and build things out a little bit more. But that's my realm. Don't forget, this Sunday, what's the date going to be? I think it's going to be March 3rd. This Sunday, March 3rd on my Twitch channel at 3 p.m. Central American time, we're going to be doing exactly this. I'm going to come visit your realms, and we'll maybe make a video showing off all of the hard work that y'all have put into your bases. So don't forget to come hang out with us this Sunday at twitch.tv/Stevie the Dork. And I'll come visit and I'll tour your realms, tour your bases, and everyone can show off their hard work. I think that's all I've got for you guys today. And as always, thank you so much for watching and for the continued support, and I'll see you next time.